this week there were multiple stories coming out about how Superman, the film, James Gunn's film, Superman, could potentially end a studio. That would be the worst case scenario, right? If Superman does poorly. So much is at stake. Warner Brothers is at such a weird moment. They have so many eggs in this James Gunn Superman basket that essentially you have Hollywood insiders reporting that Superman, if it goes poorly, could destroy a Hollywood studio that has existed since like the 1920s or some shit in Warner Brothers. Okay, so that's how bad this could get. That's so much of what is at stake. All right. Well, last night, Jeff confirmed something really wild about Superman. He talks about some crazy rumors like Tom Cruise potentially being Jor-El, which I think is amazing, and that would be hype. But the thing that really caught my attention as he was talking was he was talking about how the tone of Superman is essentially a very jokey Guardians of the Galaxy-esque tone. And he implied that that tone and that jokiness could be at the center of a lot of the problems that we have heard with regards to Superman. So, let me just say, this confirms something I heard months ago. I said it on this show. Maybe some of you guys remember, maybe some of you don't. But I had a person reach out to me, somebody that I know is very good and trustworthy. And this person told me that James Gunn and James Gunn's team was meeting with this person for a video game collaboration. I can't say exactly what it is, but like you could probably put together what it is, okay? So this person is a part of the video game collaboration with the Superman movie, okay? Which, by the way, ironically, Peter Safran and James Gunn confirmed they actually had this meeting too, which I thought was wild. Anyway, point is, the person I talked to said it was literally described by James Gunn's team as Superman meets the Guardians of the Galaxy. And this was months ago. And I brought this up and I said, like, I don't know about that shit. Like, I don't like that. That doesn't seem right. But that's what I was told. Okay, so I'm laying this out there for you because I'm going somewhere with this. I think I figured it all out. Jeff confirming that last night made me think of the report from the person I spoke to months ago. Okay. And then if you really think about this, this would explain everything. This would explain the early screenings. This would explain them changing the trailer. This would explain them canceling CCXP. This would explain them hiring that former Disney guy that's handling the marketing. This would explain everything. So what I think happened, and this is speculation on my part, but it's also kind of like reading the tea leaves of what's going on here, is that Warner Brothers executives sat down to watch James Gunn's Superman, and in the initial cut, about half of the people in the room, which probably included David Zaslav, hated it and thought it was the wrong tone for Superman. Okay? And because of all the stuff we've been talking about as far as what is at stake for Superman, what is at stake for Warner Brothers was like, whoa. That's why you get a canceled CCXP appearance. That's why the trailer has no dialogue. It's got no dialogue, brother. We haven't heard any of the actual dialogue other than take me home crypto shit. Okay? So maybe that's why they're kind of quietly changing the movie behind the scenes from what we've heard. They are doing some reshoots and changes. I think maybe cutting some of the humor out. I'm not sure. But that would also explain why they hired this marketing guy, okay? Because here's what I would tell the marketing guy, right? Like if you bring this marketing guy in here, basically this is the conversation. We might have actually fucked up and made Guardians of the Galaxy Superman. How do we break that ice with the mainstream audience? This guy's job is to take the marketing of Superman, which has happened thus far, which works on a tonal level, and he has to like figure out how to fit this way too goofy Superman movie, because you can't lie to people. You can't like hide what it is. At some point, they have to reveal that James Gunn made a James Gunn Superman. They have to reveal. You can't fucking hide that all the way up until the release. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at some point, they got to break that ice. They got to let us know. They got to confirm it. It's a goofy, jokey Superman movie. And I think that marketing guy has been brought on to solve that problem. It's also possible they're kind of trying to adjust the film themselves behind the scenes, but I don't know that they're going to be able to take the DNA of the thing out of it. I think ultimately it still will end up Guardians of the Galaxy Superman. Right? So if you understand what's going on here, right? This is actually what is happening. And I just got to say this, okay? I'll do my usual disclaimer on this, okay? It is absolutely possible this movie still slaps. It is possible it is fantastic, okay? But I will laugh my ass off if the Warner Brothers studio goes the way of the dodo bird, because they hired the James Gunn guy. They hired that guy and then were shocked that he made a James Gunn Superman movie. I'm not even blaming Gunn in this situation. That's stupid executives. Like, imagine $200 million later, all of these announcements, all of this, company resources to project the new plan in the studio. Fucking years after the fact of you hiring this guy, you finally sit down and watch the movie and you realize you fucked up. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. That would be the funniest outcome of all time. That this Zaslav guy came in with the telecommunications money, bought the studio, was making moves, just trying to copy pasta Marvel Studios, and 3 years into it, he figured out he picked the wrong fucking guy. Oh my goodness, that would be so funny. I mean, it would be terrible for people that really care about Warner Brothers as a studio and an institution, but it would be pretty funny. I gotta be honest, that would be pretty funny. So, of course, we don't know for sure. I'm speculating here. I'm sort of reading the tea leaves of some things I have heard, the actual facts of the weirdness of the trailer and the screenings and all this stuff that we've been hearing, right? And then just Jeff's reporting and all of that. Now, here's the other thing, too. People could like a jokey Superman, and I think we've heard some things about the Superman screenings. Some people are saying that it's great. Some people are saying it's terrible. Well, what would make that make sense? This exact tonal issue would make that make sense. You're either into it or you're not. And if you're not into it, it's not like you're going to think it's good later on when it does it a little bit better. No, you're just going to full sail reject it and you're going to not have a good time. So what you're probably seeing is the movie is that tone. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. And it's going to be really interesting to see, how do they reveal this reality to the public? What does the public think about it? Will the public support it? Because I could see a scenario in which they do. I don't love it. I don't think it's a good fit. It actually makes me really nervous because these are all of like my worst fears of Gunn doing a character like Superman, right? Like, in some ways, it just feels like we're literally in a simulation where the worst possible fucking thing that could happen for my nerdy taste just keeps happening over and over again. So, like, whatever. That's nightmare scenario for me. But there could be a lot of people that enjoy this film, that like Guardians of the Galaxy, that feel like it's the right tone. Could be fine. Super curious as to what all of you think about this, because it's a big old deal, man. And you guys ultimately will be the ones to decide. How the public feels about this is the story, ultimately. And I wonder what you think about a Guardians of the Galaxy Superman. Are you optimistic? Do you think it's terrible? Please let me know your thoughts. But wow, wee wah, did I have to bring that up? Jeff's report made me do some thinking. I think that's pretty crazy.
Thanks for watching. And if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.